Okay, so station 6. Station 6A is a 3/8 ratchet. We call it a 3/8 ratchet because this is the size of the drive. Remember, we have three main drive sizes in the automotive industry: 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. So this drive is a 3/8 size. We have a switch that can go one or the other way and allows it to turn ratchet one way and be solid the opposite way, depending on what we are either tightening or loosening a component. 6B is a socket. We're looking at the drive size at the bottom. That's a 1/4 inch socket. It's a small or short socket, which we call a shallow socket. You look at the number. So if you're looking at a solid number like that, so 11, that means it's measured in millimeters. So that's the space across the top of our socket. It's 11 millimeters. If it was a fraction or displaying a fraction, that would show that it's an imperial socket. If we look at the top of it, it has 6 points. So it's a 6 points shallow 11 mil socket. Over here we have a vernier caliper. The vernier caliper can measure 3 different ways. I can open it up and measure the inside of something. I can measure the outside diameter of something, and I can measure the depth of something. I have 2 different scales. On the top half of this vernier caliper measures imperial, where the bottom half measures metric. So D is another socket, but you'll notice that this one has 11/16. So this is a imperial socket. Flip over to the bottom, that is a 3/8 drive. So this is a 3/8 drive socket. You'll notice it is a deep socket and 6 points. So this is a 6 point, 11/16 deep 3/8 socket. I have a hex socket. So this is a 3/8 drive. You can put on my ratchet, and I can actually take off any kind of hex bolts that you can find on a vehicle. F, you will notice it is actually a larger drive, so that's a 1/2 inch drive. It's a shallow socket, 19 millimeters, so a metric socket. But what we notice is I now have 12 points. So this is called a 12-point socket. A lot of German, European vehicles use 12-point sockets. Do not use a 12-point socket unless necessary. It is more susceptible of rounding off bolts or damaging the heads of bolts. And G, last one, is a 1/4 drive ratchet. So you notice the drive head is a lot smaller than A, which is a 3/8. So I have a 1/4 drive ratchet. I still have my on and my off. This one actually has a release button. So when I put my socket on, I can shake it and the socket won't fall off. See the little ball there? When I push that, it drops. Once it drops down, that means I can hold it upside down and the socket will fall. So it's a locking mechanism for the sockets on the ratchet itself.